Shah, the sustainer, the provider, the protector, master of one and all. Complete salutation be upon the noble Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, his companion, those who have followed him, and those who are following him until the day of Qiyamah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu, my dear listener. You're welcome to Assalam Peace Magazine Echoes of Hajj, a program carefully designed to give you step-by-step updates of what is happening in Saudi Arabia as it relates to the well-being of Nigerian pilgrims. My name is Aliu Duma, and inshallah, during the course of the program, we will try to link up with our correspondent over there in Saudi Arabia in person of Al-Hajj Abdul Fattah, who will be giving us update live fits there, and if possible we'll try to interview some few Nigerians over there so that we have a real feel of what is happening over there and their also welfare, because it is pertinent for us to do that, simply because you are here in Nigeria or we are here back at home, we should be able to know what is happening with our family, friends and loved ones over there. So also it gives us a kind of lead way that we have an experience, not firsthand though, but knowledge about what is happening there or what is obtainable there, because nobody can tell. Probably next year, inshallah, you, my listener, might find yourself over there in Saudi Arabia, and I pray, inshallah, you get that opportunity. Today we'll be taking you on a journey through the significance of Hajj and providing you with a more comprehensive understanding of this sacred pilgrimage. So let's begin our program by exploring the significance of Hajj, which indeed Hajj holds an immense it holds immense significance in the Islamic faith. It is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, and every able-bodied Muslim who can afford it is obligated to perform Hajj at least once in a lifetime. It is a unique spiritual experience that brings millions of Muslims from around the world together in a display of unity and devotion to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Hajj takes place in the month of Zulhijjah, which is the last month of the Islamic lunar calendar. Pilgrims travel from all over the world to the holy city of Mecca, where they engage in a series of activities that symbolizes the act of worship which was performed by Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam and his family. These rituals remind us of the deep faith and trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala demonstrated by Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam and also his wife Hajara. And one of the key rituals of Hajj is the Tawaf, where pilgrims go around the Kaaba, and the most sacred site in Islam. The Kaaba is believed to be the first house of worship established for humanity by Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam and his son Ismail alayhi salam. It symbolizes the unity of Muslims around the world, regardless of their nationality, race, or social status. And also another significant ritual is the Sa'i, where pilgrims walk back and forth between the hills of Safa and Marwa, popularly known as Safa and Marwa. This act commemorates Hajara's search for water for her infant son Ismail alayhi salam, and represent the importance of perseverance and seeking Allah's mercy in times of hardship. And then comes the pinnacle of the Hajj, that is standing at Arafah, which happened yesterday, and alhamdulillah we were able to bring some updates to you. If you listened to us yesterday, we brought some updates yesterday on what was happening over there in Saudi Arabia, talking about Muna, and that happened on the 9th of Zulhijjah, because today is 10th Zulhijjah. Pilgrims gather on the plain of Arafah, seeking forgiveness, supplicating to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and reflecting on their lives. This day is a reminder of the day of judgment, where everyone will stand before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be held accountable for their deeds. And certainly, Eid al-Adha is also known as Eid al-Kabir, or the Festival of Sacrifice, where it's an important Islamic day that commemorates the willingness of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, just like we said earlier, to sacrifice his son as an act of obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As part of the rituals of Eid al-Adha, animals are sacrificed and their meat is distributed among family, friends, and the needy. I think at this juncture we'll try to establish contact with my correspondent over there in Saudi Arabia, Al-Hajj Abdul Salam, and if we are able to do that, we have an interview with him. Then when we come back, we will add up to what we already discussed, because just like we said, today is the day of sacrifice, talking about the ritual sacrifice of animal. Most popularly, we know that it is ram that we mostly use, even though that is not the only option we have. But before we delve into that, let's try to connect with our correspondent over there in person of Al-Haji Abdul Salam, so that he will give us live feedback of what is happening over there, because that is one of the essence of this program. You get to hear firsthand what is happening over there in Saudi Arabia, especially as in regard to Mecca, about our Nigerian pilgrims who are there.
لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك.
So inshallah, we're trying to establish contact with our correspondent over there in Saudi Arabia in person of Hajj Abdul Salam. Okay, so mashallah, alhamdulillah, we have established contact. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam. How are you, Madam Ali?
Fine, alhamdulillah. How are you over there?
Alhamdulillah, Eid al-Mubarak to all Nigerians that are listening at this moment.
Eid al-Mubarak to you as well, and all other Muslims who are over there in Saudi Arabia. So let's have a feel of what is happening over there. Today is the Eid day. Yesterday we had the feelers of what was happening, talking about the day of Arafah, and today is Eid day. So let's hear from you over there.
Well, alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, early this morning, we left Muzdalifah to do the first Jamara. That is the Jamal al-Aqba, where people threw stone to symbolism of Shaitan. And everybody is happy. Today is also the Sultan's Eid day in Saudi Arabia. And luckily for us today, I'm under a special tent where perhaps the cream de la cream of Nigeria Muslim community, the Muslim ulamas, the great Nigerian Sheikh of Islam, they're all here under the same tent in the Muna.
Yeah.
We are back here in Muna, alhamdulillah, after the Arafah. So maybe shortly you will be talking to you people in Nigeria of this opinion about today's occasion. But being as it may, we are all happy. Many people have now can say alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. They've gone halfway in their preparation or to become a complete Muslim. I just think like that. So I want to give the microphone. Okay, go ahead.
No, I mean, I wanted to ask about our guest over there, who we will try to have a conversation with.
Well, I will give him the mic now.
Okay, to Masha.
He will introduce himself, and the Nigerians will know what. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, don't mind the noise because it's under the tent seminar.
Yeah, it's okay.
So
it's okay. We love the ambience.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, I'm with you.
I have with me Dr Imam, Abdul Rahman Oran Iwaju Hamad, the head of visionary activities of Ansaruddin Society of Nigeria.
So, mashallah.
So your sister alaikum to you and thank you.
To mashallah, we're expecting. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Akarakallah, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Fine, alhamdulillah.
And Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak to you as well. I hope you're doing well today.
Alhamdulillah. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
All right, so let's have a feeling. Okay, talk us through what is your experience over there, especially from the most important day, which was yesterday, Arafah, and also build up to today, Eid. How has been your experience over there?
Of course, I've had a very great experience. Very great experience, very refreshing, spiritually rejuvenating, and socially reassuring for the future of humanity.
Yeah.
This is the greatest assembly of human beings on the surface of the earth.
Yeah.
And it demonstrates the universal brotherhood of human beings.
Yeah.
I must tell you, in spite of the physical challenges, it is an unforgettable experience.
Yeah.
The sun is 112 degrees Fahrenheit, but in spite of the heat, we are still having a very great time, inshallah. So we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this very great opportunity.
So what is the condition of our pilgrims, talking about Nigerian pilgrims over there? What would you say about the condition in terms of their welfare?
Yeah, before yesterday, before we left here, things were quite challenging because of the constraint of space.
Yeah.
But on our return this morning, most of the challenges have been addressed. There is no more overcrowding. The food had improved. The services are better. But before Arafah, it was quite a bit of a challenge.
Yeah. So what would you say to Nigerians who are back here at home listening to you, in case some are even preparing, they want to probably next year, inshallah, they will be going. So what would be your call to them?
Well, my call to them is to keep their intention pure, to prepare themselves, to be fit and healthy. I can assure them it is an experience of a lifetime, and it's an unforgettable experience. Of course, it is impossible for there to be 2.5 million people doing the same thing at the same time in the same place, and there will be no physical challenges. But I can assure them that the spiritual benefit is much more than the little inconvenience that they will go through.
Okay, back here in Nigeria, we are faced with a lot of challenges, especially the animal used for sacrifice. Talking about the ram that we are accustomed to buying, preferably for sacrifice, the prices have gone high that a lot of Nigerians couldn't afford. What is the situation over there? Is there any increase in price of ram over there in Saudi Arabia?
Well, relatively prices are stable here, but the world is going through, the whole world is going through a lot of economic challenges. So as it is in Nigeria, there is also a bit of it in Saudi Arabia, just the same way they have challenges in the United States, in Europe, and everywhere.
Yeah. All right. Do you have any final? Okay, we have
change.
Hello, can you hear me?
My final word is, I'm hearing you loud and clear. If you're also hearing me.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
My final word, that's good. My final word for Nigeria is keep hope alive, pray for your country, be very patriotic, pray for your leaders. The future is very great. Thank you very much.
So, thank you very much. Jazakallah khairan.
I mean.
Yeah, well, that was Imam Ahmad Olariwaju Abdurrahman, head of missionary activities of Ansaruddin Society of Nigeria. Hey, hello, I can hear you.
Yeah. But as you have a colleague under the same things,
Go ahead,
we would like to
go
say
ahead.
shout out to all Nigeria, all his friends.
Bismillah, go ahead,
Are
go
you
ahead.
hearing me clear and clear?
I can hear you very clear,
So,
loud and clear.
so I want him also to take a shout to his friends in Nigeria and perhaps his wives. So you have him talking in the next 2 minutes or 2 seconds. Thank you.
Bismillah, no problem.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi
Yes.
ta'ala wa barakatuh. We can hear you.
Okay. I
Introdu-
can hear you, ma.
Could you please introduce yourself, please?
Yes, my name. You said what?
Could you please introduce yourself?
My name is Dr. Hussein Zakaria. A resident of Abuja and a scholar of Islam and Bitcoin, scholar of Islam and Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, incidentally. Yes. This is.
You are going to teach us how to trade in Bitcoin.
Yeah, when I come back, I'll teach you how to make investment in cryptocurrency, inshallah.
So mashallah, no problem. All right, could you please go ahead
Yes.
share some of your experience with us there briefly, and also send a shout out to your family down here in Abuja.
Yes, actually, this year's Hajj is different from the last year's Hajj, because I was actually available and present during the last Hajj. The crowd was very small because not all countries were actually able to come in mass number.
No.
But this year actually is different. We have about 2.5 million Muslims coming from all over the world
No.
and converging in one place, one plane, and moving from one to another, from Mina to Arafah, from Arafah to Muzdalifah, from Muzdalifah to Mina to Jamrat. All these movements is very, very huge movement of human beings. And Saudi Arabia is actually doing very, very an excellent work, because it is actually the best country that has crowd control.
Yeah.
Without crowd control, this is not possible.
No.
Therefore, I think I have to say kudos to Saudi government for actually insisting to control the crowd despite insistence from people who want to disobey the laws. But all the same, the Hajj has been very successful, inshallah, and we're all happy. We're able to have to finish all the merchandise, inshallah. The rise of Hajj is almost coming to an end. And in the next 2 days, inshallah, 3 days, it will be over, and we will start thinking of coming back to our country.
Alhamdulillah,
May
Alhamdulillah.
Allah
Okay.
accept your ibadah.
While the
Yes.
show was ongoing, my colleague just came in, the person of Abdullah Liman. Assalamu alaikum, welcome.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
All right,
He has
could you
not
say
said a
a
shout-out.
quick shout out to your family?
Yes, I want to say assalamu alaikum to my barakah sallah to my families who are in Abuja, Kaduna, and Kano. I'm saying to them barakah sallah. We are all happy here, and I'm sure they're all happy there, and they have slaughtered their rams. And my request to them is that they shouldn't eat up all the meat. They should please preserve some for us, because we are missing home because of Toy Shinkafa, Mia Toshe, and the
sure they cannot
Masa,
finish it all.
and Nasr, and all the traditional food actually we are used to during Salah day. We are really missing them here in Saudi Arabia. Here we are giving actually Saudi meat, Saudi food, which is not familiar with us. And please let them spare some and reserve them for us when you come back, inshallah. We'll do justice to them.
I'm sure they've heard you, and they will do just that, inshallah. Thank you very much, Jazakallah khairan, for finding time to talk with us this morning. All right,
Thank you, sir. Yes.
Some other time, until we talk to you tomorrow again, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. That was our correspondent, Al-Haji Abdul Salam, who has given us update from what is happening over there in Saudi Arabia. Mala Abdullah, welcome.
Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak to you
Eid
as
Mubarak
well.
to Nigerians, Eid Mubarak to the residents of Abuja, and Eid Mubarak to every
I'm sure
other
probably
person.
you were hooked up on the road because of an unavailable vehicle. The road is a bit
very
scanty
scarce,
when I
very scarce,
went
very
out.
scarce.
All right, alhamdulillah, you are able to make it on time.
Alhamdulillah. Very quickly before we round up, for those who have not done their qurbani, that is their sacrifice, they should know that there are etiquettes of these sacrifices, which is the main aim of one of the main aim of this day. We should also know that for you to make sacrifices, the animal has to be very healthy. The animal must not have a broken horn, must not be injured, must not be sick, must not have a lame leg, and every other aspect in that regards. And also, when you do it, it is advised that you divide your meat into 3 parts. One to be eaten by you and your direct family members, the other one by friends and guests who may visit you, and then the other one by the needy. So we
those
should
who
try
don't have.
Yes, it is not compulsory, but you should try and observe this so that the reward will also get to us. Alhamdulillah.
All right. And also, we should note that the act of sacrifice during Eid is carried out with compassion and respect for the animals. Islamic teachings emphasize the human treatment of animals, and the sacrifice should be performed with swift and humane method of to minimize any pains or suffering to the animal. In fact, I even saw some videos that I made around yesterday on social media where there was a kind of demonstration on how to go about slaughtering the animal. You need your knife to be very, very sharp.
The Prophet ﷺ recommended that the knife should be very sharp, such that the animal doesn't suffer when you are slaughtering it. It goes 1 and 2, and when you are sharpening the knife, try to make sure you do it away from the animal. And for those who are buoyant enough to sacrifice more than 1 animal, it is expected that you don't slaughter 1 animal in front of the other animal. In front of the other animal, try to take the other animal away.
That's talking about showing compassion to the animal.
Compassion to the animals. So you should try and observe, and then before you slaughter it, make sure you give it as much water as possible. Yes, you must observe every rights, and Islam has always been observing animal rights. Even though it has not been very loud, but
it's there already.
Yes, it's there already.
All right, we should also know that Eid Kabir is a time of celebration, reflection, and gratitude. The act of sacrifice serves as a reminder of the importance of obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, gratitude for his blessings, and the responsibility to care for and support those less fortunate in the community. Absolutely, the atmosphere during Hajj is incredibly humbling and unifying. Muslims from all walks of life, from different countries and backgrounds, come together as one community, reinforcing the teachings of Islam. And I think this is where we call it a wrap for today's edition of Assalam Peace Echoes of Hajj 2023. From my end, Aliu Abdullahi Doma is my name, and
my name is Liman Abdullah Usman.
All right, let's see you tomorrow, inshallah. God's willing, same time, 11:30. We'll come with another package for your listening pleasure. Eid Mubarak to you out there.